Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Valorous Series 4 presented to you by GD Esports. My name's Edge, and once again, joining me on the desk for this storytelling journey is gonna be my dynamic duo, Arka. How are you feeling? And why are you not moving, Arka? What is this behavior? Looks like he's ignoring me at the moment. Unfortunately, it looks like he's having a bit more issues with the audio as well. I mean, we've already had enough issues with the video because audio is also gone for a while. But guys, how does it feel for you guys? I mean, because we are back with Series 4. We're done with 1, 2, 3, and this 4. I mean, this time, the first thing I want to point out is the competition. It's upped. Oof. And I mean, you might not know the teams yet, but there are 3 teams that I've already played in, and there's another team that is, new, but they did make it to the semi-finals. It's going to be 2 days. And I think I do hear Arka at the moment. So, Arka, are you back, brother?
I think I am, my friend. I somewhere I feel that, I just lost the audio as well. From the moment you got connected to the VMix call, when everything was fine and good, not just pulling your leg, my friend. It's just a small technical issue from my side. Hopefully, it's gonna be rectified by the next time we come on the screen. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me with my co-caster Edge. It's gonna be an amazing tournament, amazing series, because not only is the Series 4, I mean, it's increasing by its number every single time. It's just that the prize pool is also increasing by itself. It's 40,000 rupees this time, and I know most of them will be looking forward to get their hands on this.
For sure. I mean, we've had like what, 20,000, 30,000, and now it's Series 4, so it's only fair that we bump it up to 40,000 rupees. First place taking away 25,000 of that. Second place, well, they're still gonna get 11,000 in their bank account, and then there's the MVP. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this MVP, it's gonna be basically the most valuable player of the grand final best of 3. So the one player who plays, phenomenally well in 2, maybe 3 if it goes distance in the grand finals, will be getting that 4,000 all to himself. So it's gonna be interesting to see who. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are gonna be a lot of contenders for that one. But when it comes to MVP, I mean, kills. Yes, but also I think if you're a really good initiator or a controller, I think you can also put up some really good numbers.
It's not only about the prize money, but it's also about the bragging rights, right? You're going to be the MVP yet again in the Valorous. This series has been multiplying and making sure that it brings the best out of the best. And let me remind you guys that there was n number of teams this time. If I have to put in numbers, there were thousands of teams which are registered this time. They fought their way until now, and finally we have the final few left out to battle it out. And I know that we're going to be pretty much excited when the brackets and everything comes forward in front of us, getting to know who will be facing off whom. But very well known names are going to be coming up on our screens.
Oh, there you go. I mean, out of these 4, we've already seen 3: Anaadi Army, VALOR, GrayFox Esports, and NS Esports. NS is the one that's playing here, for the first time. They've already made it to the semi-finals. Might as well take it all the way to the grand finals and maybe even get themselves a championship. You never really know, but it is a best of 1 single elimination, ladies and gentlemen. So you cannot afford to make any mistakes. Anaadi Army, really good team. We've already, saw them play. I think they are the season 2 runner-ups, and then there's Team Valor, the runners-up of the previous season, which honestly I thought they were the favorite. I mean, they were the favorites. They did go down at the end, and now, you know, I mean, GrayFox Esports on the other hand, they were the winner of the last series, so they want to be the first one to get those repetitive titles back to back. It's not going to be easy because standing against them is going to be the side of AIMDUELS Esports. Now, we've seen them play, but once again, they're still the the new ones, so that first timer's luck can always be on your favor.
I think that's gonna be the story which is gonna be foretold again, that it's the new team which always comes up, because they are not the open book, right? They are the people watching it from the previous series. They exactly know your move. They're gonna come and counter you, and they're gonna make sure that they take the title for themselves. So I strongly feel that every single time there's a new team coming up, they have a better chance. With just one thing, they have the element of doubt, which is gonna be on their side, and they will take the trophy for themselves.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're just talking about the teams, right? So let's just take a quick look at who the players are. And yeah, I mean, we might also have a few stats on these players. On the side of Valor, we have Buster, we have Strokey, we have Master, JID, and Sensei. Now, we've already seen them play, and Buster is right now leading the charts, I believe, with 76 kills on his team. I mean, they've played Bind, they played Haven, they played Ascent. So the map veto regarding this, I think Bind should be the ones coming out on top. But on the side of Anaadi army as well, I mean, we have Lost, INQ, Doxer, Triss, Paradox. We've seen them stick together for a really long time now. And guess what? They've been playing Bind all series long. Lost having the highest number of kills, that is 57. I think Bind is going to be the one being picked. I mean, I would have said Bind is going to be the one getting banned because Anaadi's only played Bind. But since Valor is also really good and they've also played Bind twice, I think Bind might be the go-to pick and see which team is the better.
Yep. I agree on this point, but at the same time, I really want to see whether Valor would want to eliminate a Bind over here and make sure they bring in a brand new map altogether. Very less have we seen the army playing Icebox or probably even Fracture. So with these maps, they are being challenged over there. Then we'll be able to see a new new strategy altogether coming in from the side of Anaadi army, and probably that new strategy might backfire against Valor. And I think that could be possible, as we'll be stepping in a little more further to see the stats of the top players or the MVPs of each of these teams and see how they're doing well. One is going to be Buster and the other one is going to be Lost.
Yeah, I mean, look at that ACS. 298 on Buster, 274 on Lost. 76 kills for Buster, 57 on Lost. Well, that's also relatively higher on Buster. So also you kind of have to remember that Anaadi army, they did get a bye in one of the matches. So they did play one match less. So that explains why, he has less number of kills. And also, I mean, relatively, he does have less number of deaths as well. So that's a really nice KDA. Looking at the assist, looks like Lost is a bit more, on the damage dealing side. Sometimes he might be the support as well. Econ, 75, 77, pretty close up, neck to neck. But Buster looks like he's one of those players who likes to go really aggressive and into the site. He does have 8 first bloods versus Lost, who only has 5. But at the same time, keep in mind, he did play one match less.
I would agree on that point. Now let's see whether that difference is going to be bringing a huge difference when it comes to this game, because ultimately it's all about that one game and that one performance which we have been looking forward to see. But there's one question coming up in my mind. Anaadi army have been making a lot of sound lately, right? They have been going out in several tournaments, making sure that they leave their mark behind. Do you think that they'll be able to be they'll be the first team which will be able to come with a back-to-back wins and make sure that Valorous Series is completely theirs?
I mean, I believe Anaadi is not the one. I believe Anaadi was the runner-up. It's actually GrayFox that were the winners of the Series 3. So, I mean, Anaadi, they won the redemption, obviously, because they were the Season 2 runner-up. And Season 3 also was a really good run for them, but they just couldn't make it all the way down to the finals. I mean, all the way down to the championship as well. So I think it's going to be really, all of these matches are going to be really close. None of these are going to be one-sided for sure, because we have a Season 3 runner-up, we have a Season 2 runner-up, we have a Series 3 champion, and a new face. So I mean, there's a story for all of them to tell, and it's going to be really amazing to see who's going to be the one coming out on top. And as you said, even the map picks, right? I mean, I do want to see something different. I mean, Fracture and Icebox, sure, but what about Pearl? I think Pearl also might be a good and interesting pick over here if it does, go ahead. If they do go ahead and pick it up, but since it's a BO1, right? No one wants to risk it. I think one of those basic maps are going to be the ones that are going to be picked.
Yep, completely agreed on this point. And I will be shocked if it's Haven, because ultimately I've understood that, sometimes when things go a little wrong, probably 1 or 2 rounds go against you in the map of Haven, that's going to be more than enough, for you to get completely washed out. Probably it's the opponents will become a little more aggressive and make sure they scoop away the win from this side. But let's see which are the maps which is going to be, thrown out of the box, and which amongst them will be witnessing in the first game itself. But Edge, if you were a player who had to play against the side of Anaadi, which is that one map you would want to play?
Well, against Anaadi, since they're really good on bind, so I would like to play on bind as well, because when it comes to bind, there's no mid, right? So it basically comes down to your abilities and all those aim duels, right? It's just those face-to-face aim duels. But talking about aim duels, we've already witnessed 2 series of GD Esports presents aim duels, series 1 and 2. Well, guess what? We're coming up with a number 3 right now. I mean, we have the dates already, 28th of November to 2nd of December. Registrations are open, ladies and gentlemen, so you might as well. By the way, keep in mind, this is a 1v1 tournament, so don't go ahead calling your teammates and trying to register all of you, together, because it's just a 1v1. You might be facing off against your own teammates. I mean, once again, you can just do it for fun, for bragging rights. 128 slots only, by the way, and prize pool, well, it's pretty decent. 5,000 since, it's a 1v1 tournament. I think it is going to be really interesting. I've already witnessed two series, and series 3. I mean, 2 different winners, by the way, here, Arka. So, do you think someone might be, repetitive winners in this one?
No, it all came down to the agent pick, right? Every single time we have seen
True.
that, the person having the right kind of agent was the person to take it. So the smarter one on that day will be able to pick up the right agent and use the utilities perfectly, will be able to come up. But ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we'll be looking forward for what's going to be happening right now. We're going to be going in to see the map pickup by both these teams. So Breeze, Fracture, Ascent, Ascent, we have Icebox, Pearl, Haven and Bind at this point of time. Let's see which is the first map to be saying us goodbye, and which amongst this is going to be shocking us to be present at the final moments.
We're just waiting. I mean, Valor banning Breeze once again. Their basic ban is one of their go-to bans coming up. So I think the next one should be something around Pearl or maybe Haven ban. I think Anaadi, they do not want to play Valor on Haven.
Fracture, yes, there it is. Anaadi Army would want to close up with Fracture. As I said, they have not played that map much, or I have not witnessed them play the map much, so they wouldn't want to take that risk of stepping in there. So the next one could be Pearl. Yes, Valor goes for a ban against Pearl, so I won't be shocked if Icebox is going to go away over here as well. And as always, we're going to be witnessing one of the most default maps ever. That's going to be Haven, Bind and Ascent, and amongst them, we all know eliminating Haven and taking that ability to keep a frontal battle, a crosshair battle. I do believe Ascent and Bind will be in the final moments, and which among them will be picked, I think I'm gonna leave that to Edge.
I mean, now at this point I'm kind of shocked, because I thought Valor will be the one, Anaadi will be the one banning Haven, but they did not. So my prediction already went south there. So, I mean, you were dead on, with your Fracture and Icebox bans. So, I mean, even Pearl bans, to be honest. So, I really am not sure. But Haven and Bind, both of these, I don't think, since it's an artist pick, they should be going for Bind. There it is. I mean, Valor, once again, they're just too good on Haven. I mean, Anaadi might be good as well. But Valor is pretty confident on that map. They're taking some huge names, lately. And Bind, well, Anaadi, this is going to be their 4th game back to back on the map of Bind. They won everything except there was one match where they did get the pipe, but apart from that this is going to be the 4th Bind play for them, and it's going to be a 3rd one for the side of what's the other team? Oh my god, Valor. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the agent picks are going to be. Are they going to be sticking to the same kind of lineup? Are they going to be changing things up? How are they going to be going in? Because right now we do have Harbor coming into picture as well. If you pair it up with, let's say, Viper, Omen, even Astra, it can be a really good, second controller, or the one that's going to... It can also be played, I wouldn't say as a complete initiator, but it is going to be enabling you to get into the site using the cascades.
Now, somewhere I feel that, they're going to stick on to that core agents which they have been playing in the map of Bind, right? Try to bring in Harbor over here when you don't have much experience about his abilities. I know that there are few players who can actually master a new agent overnight, but still, when it comes to a competitive game, just try to stick to your basics. Try to use the agents which you feel were more stronger compared to Harbor, I believe. So let's see which are the agents they're going to be picking up. Not shocked to see Fate coming in from the side of Paradox. They need that agent to make sure that he gives the right kind of information, especially when required. Even though if he's the last man standing, he knows exactly how to take enemies out with the abilities of Fate.
Not true. And Trist, he's gonna go on the signature Raze. There was no doubt about it. He was gonna go pick it up because once again, Raze on Bind especially is gonna be a really good one, because the satchels, the boom bot, and the painters, along with you combine it with the showstopper and the judge, and you might as well dominate the entire server yourself. And Lost picking up that Sky as a second initiator, this is what I was talking about. Now Fade is the one that gathers information using the Horn, using the Prowler. Lost, Sky, yes, you still have the Trailblazer that is going to be giving you information, but that flash, those two flashes, and after the buff, those flashes are indestructible. You can't break them, so the flash is inevitable at this point. But the thing is, the pop flashes are not as effective. So, pros and cons, and that's everything. But ooh, wait up, that's a KO pick on the side of Valor.
I think they have a different strategy altogether coming up. They know that it's just not about making sure that the enemy has got some ability, or they know something about you, but also making sure they're vulnerable, or making sure that they won't be able to use those powers when in time. KO is pretty much strong about it. When required, making sure that the opponents just come into a frontal battle of a 1v1, or probably the gun battle, which is going to matter when KO's ult is opened up. But let's see what's going to happen. Raze again picks up by Sense from the side of Valor as well. So Brim coming in. I think it's the same setup coming in from both the sides. It's just that Sky and KO, which agent do you think is going to make the difference?
I actually think they after the buff coming in from the Riot on towards the Cypher, I think they predicted a Cypher pick might be coming into play, but it did not. So honestly, I still think KO is going to be a bit more efficient, a bit more useful when compared to Sky, because once again, the suppress it's so good. You can cancel the showstopper. You can cancel the toe of force. I wouldn't say Nightfall, because it's just an ability that you just use immediately, right? If Chamber, if he has the AWP out, his ultimate out, and if you knife him, it's gonna go away, right? That's the thing. That's what I was talking about. And showstopper can be cancelled as well. So I think KO is gonna be the one having a really good time here. And since it's a map of Bind, there's no mid once again. The defenders, they should have an upper hand, but let's see what's going to be the case when we jump in.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we'll be going into the best of one and the first semi-finals to be held over here between Valor and Anaadi Army, where we're going to be witnessing the map of Bind. And let me tell you, there's just one difference in the agent, and let's see whether that difference is going to be weighing heavy for the opposite sides, as well as now it's going to be attackers coming in from the side of Anaadi Army, and I'm not shocked to see Trest coming with the spike itself.
How are they going to approach this? Looking at the agent picks, Anaadi Army, they have a lot of information gatherers. Obviously, yes, both these teams have two initiators. They're going in quick. There you go, pretty fast. And did he see the satchel? It looks like John will be gathering information. The Prowler will be giving away the information on one of the players as well. The Trailblazer will be getting information onto the player onto the elbow. The Trademark immediately taken away. The second volley is will be falling. I'm afraid will be missing a couple of shots. He's down to a couple of more bullets. Has to be really careful. The fragment comes in. The flash is there. Will be helpful. But JID is going to be the one dropping the kill. Twist gets a trade and IonQ gets one in the meanwhile. Masa gets an immediate trade off. Immediately a 3v3 situation. Still, you know, I would say it's in the hands of attackers, but look at the positions coming in from... Oh my god, Diffuse is already made in. What is happening here? Missing out a couple of shots. Doxa will be getting the kill on the JID. Buster gets one. Buster gets two. Brian Q is still alive.
Now this is where it's going to be very important. Who's going to be coming in? It's going to be IonQ coming at the final moment where I really thought it was a half defuse the first time when they stuck it. But ultimately it was not. It was just a fake, due to which, you know, he didn't have much time to go in for the complete defuse. But what a gameplay it was coming in. I really love the way Anaadi Army just rushed in, making sure that they clear off the vents and then try to come in and, you know, make sure that they clear off the mid as well, the site itself.
That was scary for a second for the side of Anaadi Army. I mean, if he didn't, if the wall bank didn't work through, he would have lost the round there immediately. But good presence of mind there now coming in. Painshell will be has to be careful. Twist, smart move there. First taking away the rendezvous, and then taking the player out, and now he's already onto the side. He sees the player. What the? Yeah, finally he did spot him out. For a second I thought he did not see Master over there, but now another Painshell will be doing a bit of damage there. IonQ is going to be the one stealing the kill. Another player spotted him. JID, that's a beautiful headshot. Traded out immediately by Twist. Not the last surviving player. Is in market with nothing. There's nothing except a goddamn classic with a very cute Viper buddy, but he walks right in the crosshair of Twist. That is. Gets himself a quad. I think the one kill, I think it was stolen by IonQ, who was also tagged. I mean, I think the kill was on the Sensei, who was also tagged by the Painshell. So, yeah, I mean, it's an eco ace, they didn't bind. Now, once again, getting the round is important. Now, I mean, obviously, ace is not as important as a round. But let's see what's going to be the case. Now it's going to be a buy round.
Yes, it's going to be a complete buy in from both the sides. But at the same time, look at that IonQ and Trust taking the fight into the faces of the enemies, leading it from the front, making sure that they restrict anybody. As the next round starts off over here, a Boombot will give enough information.
Ooh, has to be careful here. Taking one down already. Triple. A double actually, while IonQ gets one. Anaadi Army playing it smart, getting the plan down already. And a 3v2 situation. They do have the orbital strike as well. This round is pretty much over. Look at the fade position. He's going to be walking in. But Prim oh no, he's not suspecting. I thought he was suspecting, and he might be. He is looking in that direction. Nevertheless. Chamber though. Oh, he heard it. He heard him. Doxa, he's going to get spotted. Master takes him down. But the Molly has already landed. He peeks in. Master takes one down. 33 points of health. Now he has to be really careful. They do not suspect the second player here. Now the flash is there, the power flash, and now Hunt will be spotting him out, but the round is already done, and that's it over here, ladies and gentlemen. He will get one more before going down, and he will go down to the blast. But Valor, they lose another round. That's a bonus coming in from Anaadi Army, by the way.
Now this is where Valor are going to be thinking that we shouldn't have eliminated any other map. Probably try to challenge them out somewhere in Fracture or Icebox rather than eliminating those maps. But ultimately, it's just the beginning of the rounds, right? So it's just been 3 rounds. They will be feeling the heat a little bit. But once the momentum kicks in, coming in from their side, I strongly feel that they'll be able to bounce back easily.
True. I think it's just the wait for the operator to be picked up by the chamber. Oh, the Painshell will be doing a bit of damage. The rumor is not going to be sent out yet. Wait.
Launching smoke.
The orbital strike has been used. He got the kill on the JID.
Exactly.
Wait,
I mean,
what?
I did not see that coming actually, the orbital strike at the beginning itself, but ultimately, I think he misjudged it. He thought that, there'll be more than a player and they could probably use it to eliminate 2 or 3 players, but ultimately, all he could satisfy himself was just 1k. Now they're going to be pushing, going back, making sure they commit to side B. where it's just going to be Raze waiting out for them. Probably she knows exactly what's happening. The rotation might be coming through, but will Anaadi Army able to register one more for themselves?
They're already up 3-0. Take out the trademark, and now they have to be cautious about where and how they want to be, executing this attack. Looks like they are going to be making their way towards A nevertheless, because Chamber has already sneaked in all the way towards Lamps. If he gets this kill, now it's possible on towards A. Fade is still holding on. He's just standing there.
That was clever. That was clever. Trying to hide behind, not making sure to destroy it. But ultimately, he did take down Trust. But Master was, a little short of his confidence, a little short of his crosshairs, due to which he had to get taken down. And this is where, a little bit of information is actually being gained from here on. Anaadi Army knows that both the players are right in front of them. Once they step out, they're going to be welcomed with the power of lead. That shot will be the beginning of the end for Raze himself.
He needs one, and he will be spotting him out immediately. Spots another one. Adux will be taking him down nevertheless, and now Chamber is the only one surviving on towards the side. He cannot get on and defuse this. Oh, it is wall bangable, by the way. But they are going to be forcing him out, and now Buster gets one. Oh, a little bit of an issue with the DPI. He turns around, gets away, he gets crossed. No, Buster! Oh my god, for a second, I felt like he hit the DPI button, because he was looking at the goddamn ground, and then Fade just walks in straight into his crosshair and gets taken down. This is exactly why Buster stopped fragging. This is exactly why he's the MVP of the team.
Somewhere I feel the catalyst for this round is gonna be Sensei, right? Before he got taken down, he made sure that, he gives up information, takes a player down, and then it became a little bit easier after that Buster. But this was the welcome kill from the side of Chamber. IonQ gets taken down, and it was all easy for Paradox, because he knew that either of this side, one side was completely empty. All he had to do was peek on the other side and get that for himself. Look at what's happening over here. Hard push coming in from long, but can they register one more for themselves?
Well, Buster gets one. Trailblazer takes a bite at him. Here comes a showstopper. If he uses it right there, he's dead. Oh, Buster. He thought maybe Tress will not be popping it off right there, and he's dead. And he's going for more, but he's gonna get taken down. JID gets taken down. Here comes the showstopper. Turns around. Sensei gets a kill on the lost. And now a 2v3 situation. Anaadi Army on the back foot yet again. Look at the positions coming in. Oh no, Doxa has been given away a freebie. Strokey gets one. It's still a doable round for the side of Anaadi Army, but all they need to worry about is Sensei over here on towards John. He's in a really good position. He can turn around and get a double, but no, it's going to be Paris getting the kill on the Sensei. Immediately gets himself a Vandal, and now he wants to TP away, and there you go. K already reading this, making his rotation towards A.
Where are you?
I mean, at this point of time, both of them have just used their abilities, right? So he has to be very careful. He sees him. He's going to be retreating back behind the boxes, but I don't think so it's going to be easy, because ultimately the ult does come into play, and the information which is going to be given away. This is where, oh my goodness, where I saw Paradox could have, probably taken him down. It's just KO was overly smart, made sure he hid himself behind those boxes, not revealing his location whatsoever, but ultimately making sure his crosshair hits at the right spot at the right time, and goodbye. Another round for the side of
One enemy remaining.
Oh boy, Valor slowly but steadily making it work, getting himself a double. I mean, Buster opened things up yet again, but Trust, he was really good, getting himself a kill. Maybe a little greedy there, going towards elbow, pushing in deep. Not for really focusing on his teammates. But there should be another round. There should be an equalizer, because Anaadi Army, they have no money right now. Unless they get a couple of early kills and retrieve weapons and make it work, this should be a free round for the side of Valor with no casualties. Maybe 1-2 at max. But if they lose anything more than that, then Anaadi Army can call it a good round.
Now, somewhere I feel that, Anaadi Army needs to hold their horses back, needs to control their aggression, because the way they're coming in, they become predictable. Every time they're pushing in with minimum 3 members coming in all together, and that is what, Valor are actually expecting, and making sure that they control that aggression coming in from one corner, and making sure that before they get that good or get taken down. There's a trade possible coming in from their side, and look at this. All of a sudden, the equation is against the side of Anaadi army yet again. It's a 4v3, but they need to be more technical right now.
Flash.
Yeah, they do have to be careful. Lost. He will get a kill on the Sensei. Bring it down to a 3v3. They do have a couple of weapons now retrieved, so it is possible. Look at the position coming in
30
from Fate.
seconds left.
He has already pushed the outside of Hookah. Here comes the Seekers, which gives away the information that two players are towards A. One towards Cubby. Has to be careful towards bench. But JID is still surviving. Buster gets himself a double.
Ooh,
What a
Buster.
beautiful play from him. Oh boy, he might get himself a third, but never mind. Oh, never mind, because Buster will get himself the third. I thought JID might actually, steal that one, but he did not. Buster wanted that. Got it. And no Anaadi army. Perfect time for a timeout.
I mean, I just love the way it was, it was Buster just allowing the others to go for a bait and then making sure that the process works to perfection. I think it's JID, who was doing his best over there, the KO. He was just peeking continuously, making sure he grabs all the attention of the enemies trying to enter into the side. They also knew that they don't have the right kind of utilities, and very well executed round coming in from the side of Anaadi. Valor right now, but Anaadi army, they started off on a very good note with a 0-3, and right now the comeback story coming in from the side of Valor might be strong enough to make sure they sweep away and make sure they're stepping into the finals itself.
Might as well if they keep playing like this, because right now they are showing signs of confidence, especially Buster, the way he's playing. They don't want to give away any more rounds to the side of Anaadi. And also, since it is, we already talked about this, right, Brian? Technically a defender's favorite map, because there's no mid, so you can actually have 3 players on one side. So they definitely need more than 6 rounds on the defensive half on the side of Valor. But Anaadi army, you never really know. It's not exclusively a defensive favorite map. So they can also just get, whoever gets more than 6 rounds, I think will be the one coming out on top if they win the pistol. Oh no.
Spike down, attacker spawn.
Getting one more for himself. No, operators coming into play. I don't know. It's just that the confidence surging in Valorous bootcamp right now, making sure that they restrict anybody coming in from the long as well. But Anaadi army have to take another 2-3 rounds, because this defensive map, it's gonna be so hard for them later on in. Valor just picks up 1 or 2 points, and the weakness of Anaadi army, just like how it's happening over here.
Anaadi army still with the man advantage now. I really love the way that they held on to their positions outside of Belong, like really far away. And there was a team class coming into play as well, and now the suppress will be giving it information on the fade. Oh, what a shot coming in, JID! That was perfect. Here comes the fragment. He wanted to push them away, but the fragment will be, trying to keep them at bay at the moment. Beautiful ult coming in from Strokey. IonQ with the operator gets one. Last 2 players. Oh my god, there's no way he can do this. There's absolutely no way he can do this. Can he predict the other one? If he predicted the second player on towards that area as well, he might have actually done it.
But that was next to impossible. That was next to impossible to predict both of them sitting on one another and making sure, that was a very, very good ult coming in over here, making sure that they buy time, and not only buy time, but also weaken the opponents in such a way that they'll be able to come forward a little bit with the information of the positions of the opponents, trying to take them down as well. But look at what has happened over here. IonQ, Anthos, the last time we saw them, they had around 5 and 4 Ks for themselves, but they just stay being stepping stones right now, and that is where Doxer, Paradox, and Lost are trying to put in some in their favor as well. But ultimately, we have to look out for Buster. The way he's playing this, Neymaran is not used so far well.
Those are some questions that are kind of tough to answer. But we do have a timeout now coming in, a technical timeout as well. Looks like Buster has disconnected. Not really sure what the issue is. But this also gives time for players to talk among themselves, come up with strats. I don't think technical timeout lets you talk to your coach, so that's not gonna happen. But when you talk, amongst each other, once again, the IGL can come up with calls. You can just figure out what is going wrong. Because Anaadi Army, they start off well, right? They start off well, but halfway through the round, they still have the lead. And then the last 30 seconds, that's when they start, just dropping down like mosquitoes.
Probably, I wouldn't say mosquitoes. They're still trying to do their best, but somewhere I still feel that, Valor actually knew that, Anaadi Army will just feed their ego a little bit, make sure that they get the first 3 rounds, and then finally once we start hitting back at them, it'll take a lot of time for them to realize what is going on, and by then we'll make sure that we speed the complete half and make sure that we take the fight in the second half itself. But the timeout, it seems like it does not work in the favor of Anaadi Army at all.
True. They did. I mean, it's just 1 round anyway, so we can just wait to see how and what other new things they're gonna be planning to do here. I think the operator has worked out for them, but they gotta be a little more cautious when having it around. Make sure that you're playing around the operator, not making the operator play around you guys. That's one thing they need to. I think that's what they need to do. Everyone plays differently, but the way that they're playing, INQ is having a really good time as well, and so is Trist and Lost. So you just gotta play around these 3 people. Let them have their own freedom. Let them do what they want, and you can just try to coordinate with them and cooperate a little better, and maybe get yourself at least 3 rounds. If you need 6 rounds at least on bind.
Obviously, right? We have been seeing how important it is for the attackers to actually put some on the board, but defending this map, I do believe that even that is going to be the most important thing to do. I don't think that that got placed exactly where it was meant to.
That is the on was good, but oh my god, a mini shotgun versus a huge shotgun, and the mini wins. Well, anyway, here comes the null command. It's completely used. Anaadi Army, they were shell shocked.
I don't know what to say at this point of time. Literally the shoddy, it was right into the face. There was no necessity for him to jump, right? A run and gun will be something which we would expect coming in from a big shot. A big shotgun, but still, it's all about the plays coming in from their side. One agent suppressed. They do understand that there's one inside the side itself. Now this is gonna get interesting.
Here comes the Prowler now. The Hunt, beautiful. Will be spotting out one of the players because he did shoot, not exactly revealing the information, but docks up. Takes down GID. Will be down to low points of health. Where's this guy? Where's the heal? He's not gonna be coming anytime soon. And look at the position coming in. Oh no, Shoki's not really tough time. Tough spot, but he still managed to get 1 before going down in the hands of Dox's ultimate, and now Master. He will be taking down Doxer as well. A 1v2 situation as Master took down INQ. This round's over. Buster's just standing there like a pillar as Lost walks straight into his crosshair and gets taken down 5-3.
Look at this reply. This was the moment where Strokey actually gave that nice stroke. And Strokey as well, the 2Ks which he got was the more crucial ones, I do believe, because one before going down, making sure gets 1, and 1 with the shorty. Even though he's having the least frag for the team, he's making sure he contributes the best possible in either of these rounds and making sure he's the right kind of pillar, right kind of catalyst. But let's see what's going to happen next, because this time Anaadi Army, I strongly feel, is going to be coming back really, really hard.
They have to. They pretty much have to at this point. The Prowler will be getting information, and so did the Trailblazer. As Sensei, he gets taken down by Dog. So once again, you can see Anaadi Army, a man advantage early in the round. But the thing is, they cannot keep up with this. And if they have 3-4 players surviving till the end, they might be coming out on top. You never really know. But the rotations are something they have to be cautious about. Here comes a fragment and so did Dion. So they're just faking it on towards A, while they make their way towards B. Buster's getting a little too impatient. And Trish will be taking him down, and that's it. That's a Q. They're going to be running in, along with Ion Q coming in. And now you can see Loss. Oh, beautiful satchel there, but Paris. He's not going to get fooled twice by Master. Master has been playing in that position like forever now.
This is where they turned out to be the open book. As I said, it was Anaadi army. Now, this was the controlled aggression I was speaking about. I wanted them to take their time, allow the opponents to, you know, peek out a little, make sure they extend their arm too much, cut it off, make sure you reach the leg and then the head. And that is what Anaadi army have done over here, making sure they're being as technical as possible when it comes to, you know, slaughtering through the side of Valor. But Valor now, that was a wake-up call for them. This time, the Anaadi army will be able to execute another one, and those are the moments where, you know, the audience and casters like us will be looking out for, right?
I mean, for sure, as Buster gets himself one with the tour de force. But what's with the analogy, man? What's with cutting your hand off, then the legs, and then to the head? What? I was imagining it, and it was just a little too outrageous.
I mean,
hands, legs, and the head.
I speak like a man, a Viking. You know, making sure that you first weaken your enemy and then take him out. Kids like you, it takes time for you to apprehend or understand it. So let's come back right into the game.
Oh man, okay, Arika. We'll talk about this. But look at the bait. JID is gonna get some. Oh no, it's Stokey. Actually, one. He should be getting two. He gets him double kick in the third. No, Lost gets him. Oh my god, that was well played. That was really well played by the Fade, completely baiting himself away. Pop Flash comes in. He will be missing the shot. Buster missing a couple as well, but he did in the meanwhile take down Dogster. Beautiful Flash coming in, along with the P coming in from Master, but he still goes down. 1v3. He's on for the ace actually.
Alt. He has that alt. All he has to do is be a little patient. Do not come out. Sensei gets taken on, but that is what Buster was expecting. He knew that Lotch is going to be losing his patience and peaking at any point of time. I do believe that, you know, holding on to that ult was better, but in case he had used it, because he knew that Chamber was using his ult, right? So restricting him and making him that, you know, it pushes him a little behind, giving himself a little bit of a time to plant and then trying to play for post plant would have been a little bit of a better idea.
I mean, the round was almost over. The round pretty much was over as soon as the Stokey had that position and he went unchecked. That's when the round was pretty much done and dusted for the side of Anaadi army. But Valor right now 6 rounds already on the board. Anaadi 4 is a good number. I will tell you. But having maybe if they get one more, that should be a really good bumper. Got the push coming in now. Tres gets one. A strike comes in the picture as well, but Stokey, he still managed to get the kill. And now Anaadi army, a couple players already tagged up and Q with the tour de force. Gets one more. 3v4 situation. The heal will be coming into play. Sky is still available. Here comes a nightmare. That is a nightfall actually. He's in a really good position, but I don't think they know that there's one player onto his bench. He will be TPing away and lost. He will get a beautiful shot on Stokey and Buster. What a shot onto IonQ.
I mean, he expected him to stay over there. Right now, the lineups coming into play. Will it be enough for them to take a round for themselves? Anaadi army at this point of time, all they have to do is make sure that they go in, make sure that they hide and play behind the enemy lines rather than trying to do this. Let's see. First peek is going to be coming in over here and he's going to be getting it lost. Gets the second one as well. An easy round coming in from the side of Anaadi army. And look who was hiding behind with the ult. The So Stopper. It seems like, they've understood that Trust and Doxer, both of them have started to lose, rounds for themselves. So ultimately they're allowing the bottom fraggers to actually go up front and do the job. And it seems like they're doing it better than the ones on the top.
It's a bit more, coordinated at this point. They are all having a really good time. They're all feeling confident. And you can see the way that they're playing as well. It feels a bit more as a team game. But the sad part for the side of Valor right now is they don't have a lot of money to work with, man. Wow. The room of will be giving away a lot of information. Oh my god. That's just a gangbang for Master. And now the sheriff. Ooh! Ooh, the crosshair was on his head.
Fire in the hole!
Here comes the showstopper. And here comes the counter showstopper. Who's gonna be the one stopping the show? Let's see. Here comes one. The second one will not be dealing any damage, unfortunately. Boy, oh boy. Doxa gets a kill on the Sensi. Look at this spam. Look at this spam coming in. Shoki gets a kill on the INQ. All of a sudden, Anaadi army. They're gonna be making their way towards A, and this round is pretty much over. I think it's 6-6.
And I do believe that's gonna be the case, but we cannot give up on the side of Valor as well, because they have performed really well so far. They made sure that they perform when demand. It's like diamonds, right? They're like diamonds at this point of time. They're performing the best under pressure. So let's see whether they'll be able to take one for themselves.
One enemy remaining.
Doxa lines him up, takes him down. Ooh. Just one player surviving. There's nothing he can do. 28 points of health. He's walking straight in the cross of Sky. Boom, he's dead. 6-6, as I said. This is gonna be a close one here, Arkham.
Switching sides.
I wasn't expecting Anaadi army to be starting off in that note, but also get slaughtered like this at the same time. It seems like Valor are here to win.
That is true. I mean, in the start, it felt like Anaadi army was gonna have a lot more rounds than 6 for sure. And then Valor, well, they were like, you guys know what? We're gonna be making it a little harder for you guys to get a few rounds. And then Anaadi army, once again, he's back, and he, they put up some numbers. Look at Buster, 15 kills, leading the charts right now. The second highest is 9, but they're on the attacking half now. It's time for Sensei to pop off.
Yes, exactly. You just read my mind. Sensei is gonna be the person to pop off at this point of time, and his crosshairs has been working like a charm so far. Buster, he's gonna be the person to put 2 of them down and make sure the pressure is on the side of Anaadi army at this point of time. They've won this battle half already, but let's see whether they'll be able to play over post plant, which is gonna be pretty much easy for them at this point of time.
Should be an easy one. Oh, perhaps we spoke too soon. Thank you. Here you go, Buster. Getting taken down first. Gets one. Oh, Stoky gets a beautiful shot into INQ. Now it's kind of looking grim for the side of Anaadi army. They can still do it, but it all depends on how quick they can get the kills. They probably will be getting the one. Oh my god, both the blind players fighting off against each other. Stoky gets a kill and Trist gets one. This round is over. There's no way that he can actually go for the defuse. It's not going to be enough time. The horn bounces off of him, and Master takes him down. Valor getting that early lead.
I mean, this is what I was speaking about, right? If you are defending and you lose 1 or 2 points, that pressure itself is going to make sure that, you'll be losing it out. And I can see that Anaadi army from here on have to be very, very careful. We have seen in the map of Bind, I do remember, even though they were the defenders, they were actually attacking against the attackers in the previous series. And I think that is going to be the key for their success. If they do it here as well, just make sure that, you step into the doorsteps of the attackers and make sure that you take them down, because a good offense is always the best defense.
Grenade!
Oh my god, did he just miss his paint shell? No, he did not. He's just a little off there. Look at the play coming in. There are 4 players onto a J. He's right there. He's right there. IonQ gets it, and now they know A is completely empty. There's going to be a B here coming in. Anaadi army. They do have the man advantage, but that was not a weapon drop. So they cannot go for the retrieval here. Valor, they were being smart. They left the player with no weapon onto a J, and now the spike already down. 40 seconds on the clock to get the defuse and kill the players as well. But let's see if Anaadi army has what it takes with the classics and I think a couple of upgraded pistols. I think the head still has a couple of bullets there. Beautiful shot there coming in from Master onto INQ, and now Paris gets one, and look at the push coming in. They're all running in. Jaddy gets a kill on the Doxa. Buster gets himself another. Sensei and Jaddy finishing off 8-6. Anaadi army for a second gave me hope, but at the end Valor get themselves a 2-round lead.
I never saw a backstab coming in from the side of Anaadi Army when I felt that this was the moment, you know. Once he took him out, probably he could have come in from the side of mid, then into the market, and being that, you know, surprise element coming in from the side of Anaadi Army, but I did not see him doing so.
There.
I mean, that's the thing, right? I mean, Anaadi, the flanks, I mean, it's still pretty early, so we can't really call the flanks yet. Maybe they're just waiting. That was an eco as well coming in, so now it's a bonus round coming in from the side of Valor as Anaadi Army. It's going to be a full by the Hunt is there. Will be taken away immediately. Beautiful Satchel. Sensei gets a lot of information in the meanwhile as well. Angel will not be doing any damage, but the push coming in. Paradox is ready this time, and Sensei gets taking down Anaadi Army with an early man advantage as JID gets the spike down. Never mind, he goes down as Stress takes him. Valor on the back foot.
Ooh, Strokey coming in from the other side, making sure that he's that surprise element coming in from the side of Showers. Let's see whether that's going to be the case. No Trust is going to say otherwise. Put him down immediately with the Chef. What best can he do at this point of time? As we all know, the man advantage going in towards the side of Anaadi Army. Now they need to be composed. They need to wait it out and make sure that they put them down once they hear that plant coming.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Timur read this. He read them like a book. Here you go. Gets one. Master barely surviving. He does that. But now he has to walk in. There's no escaping this. He does have a Spectre in his hand along with his Sheriff.
30 seconds
and
left.
The Prowler will not be spotting him out. Oh my god, but the Haunt will be coming in. Never mind, before he even comes in, INQ will be the one haunting Master down. 87. That's a bonus though for the side of Valor. So I think they are okay with this.
Yep, absolutely. I really love the patience coming in from the side of, you know, Anaadi Army this time. They made sure they hold their positions. You know, even though they knew that the attack was coming in from side A, there was one person to, you know, guard side B, especially to the teleporter. He made sure that, you know, just in case somebody comes in, he's gonna welcome them with a pour of bullet and made sure the difference was made. Or else the story could have been a little different post-plant.
Bomb buddy out.
Most man positions, yeah, I mean, you're right. JID, he was planning the spike, he went down. It would have been a different story. It would have been vice versa. As a matter of fact, if the spike did go down, then the things would have been, you know, a little more chaotic to the side of Anaadi Army. But right now, it's a full buy round coming in. Sensei open things up once again on to INQ. Look at the push coming in. Beautiful play coming in from Sensei, but Lost is a tad bit better. He's gonna get tagged up really hard though. And now the Trailblazer will be getting the shot.
Ooh.
He shot him through the smoke. JID, a little bit of luck. He's going to be counting his lucky stars. But 87. 4 versus 3. What do you think, Arka?
I don't know. I'm still stuck inside the smoke right now. I think it was a sound cue which actually allowed him to press the trigger. But ultimately, whatever he did the right thing. At this point of time, Valor have got a very, very good chance over here as Buster puts down Trust. It's going to be an easy round for them. Again, all they have to do is wait for the opponents to make the mistake and then eventually capitalize on it. And Jid does that against Doxa. And the last man standing, all he has to do is run back and make sure that he saves one for himself. But Paradox, it's strokey with the right kind of stroke in your throat.
Sus, but okay. 97 though, 2-round lead once again. And now I want to actually take a look at the economy. And it's gone. It definitely is a stroke to them, but I think more to the heart, to be honest, at this point. Did he just waste his satchel?
I would say the brain.
Oh god,
no matter
he's
how
going for
much
the outplay. He's going for the outplay, but there's no one here. Oh my god, he missed a satchel as well. So he missed a knife as well. What is happening? Oh my god, this round is just so depressing already. 5 seconds into the round, it's so depressing. Sensei gets one. He somehow pushed the stars area. And Painchels, he will be getting himself a double, Sensei. Well, at least one raise is popping off.
Agreed on the point at this point of time. Let's see what's gonna happen. IonQ is not gonna mess with that chamber. I do believe at this point of time, you know, Anaadi Army needs to be a little more calm. They have to be that team which will be holding the site rather than trying to rotate around here and there, or probably everybody stick to the same place and then, you know, try to allow the opponents inside another side, try to come in from 2 different angles and then try to take the fight, because ultimately if they're not doing that, they're gonna be taken down like this.
Pretty easy stuff. They're just making it, look easy at this point. Kind of have to try a little harder. I think the positions at this point is a bit off for them.
Exactly.
So maybe, and I also think a judge play is necessary right now by the Rays.
Yep.
And a timeout as well being called. Second one by the same side.
Now this is where the question pops up. Have you selected the right kind of agents when you're defending bind? When you have a lineup like this?
I mean, I don't think the lineup is the issue at the moment. I mean, once again, as we said, we can clearly see KO versus Sky. We can clearly see that KO is having a bit more impact than the Sky.
Obviously.
In terms of information, in terms of flashes as well.
Yep, agreed at this point as well. And not only that, trying to shoot through smoke also shows that it's the man behind the gun and not the agent itself. But let's see. It's too early for us to speak. We can expect Anaadi army to do something different over here, as we can see that it's gonna be B side, which is gonna be well stacked from their side. But the push looks like it's gonna be coming into side B as well. But A, can we expect a flank at this point of time coming in from the side of Anaadi army?
Do you still think there's a chance for Anaadi army to actually make a comeback and play this? Oh my god, this is the round. This is the round. This is the round. This is the round. Oh no! Okay, maybe this is not the round anymore. What the hell? This is started around in 1 second. Look at what the players are pushing in.
I still feel this is the round, because the flank which is coming in, I don't think so that is going to be expected from the side of Valor over here. This will be a very good, moment if they do not stick together, but rather split one through the market and one through long. But somewhere I feel that Valor are thinking one step ahead. They know that the push might be coming in from the side of long itself, and that's why they're covering themselves back the side. And let's see whether Anaadi army will be able to get a diffuser with them.
Oh, the knife taken away at the last second. The paint's on the boom bot. Oh, here comes a null command as well. Now it's going to be really hard. I mean, they don't have any utilities anyway. But here you go. Sensei gets one. He wanted the second one, but no. Thank you. There you go. But this round should have been done and dusted like 20 seconds ago. Anaadi army, that was a really good push coming in, but then Sensei had a play of his own. Look at this beautiful spray coming in from Doxer, and then Sensei was like, you know what, here, eat my rocket launcher. And then at the end, it was close, but IonQ, all that experience coming into play.
Exactly. Now, this is what I love about Anaadi army. Suddenly they've realized that they need to make sure that IonQ survives until the end, because he's the person who can pop off a 1v2 or a 1v3 when required at the nth moment, when the pressure is against the opponents. And I do believe that if they continue to do with the same kind of equation, it's gonna be much more easier. And now from the showers, I see Rayska stepping in towards the side of chamber. That is where the action is gonna unfold, and the first pick might be coming in through. Oh, before I could even end that, it's gonna be the side of Valor. It's going to be Buster picking up 2 for himself and making sure that site A is also open for them. But it's not going to be required, because at last, it's going to be the last man standing coming in from the side of Anaadi army with have nothing to do right now. He's going to be running for his life, or probably picking up 1 or 2 kills for himself.
Any kill is, really good confidence boost. One, never mind. Never mind. What a shot coming in from Master. Absolutely beautiful. Anaadi army that round was good, but after that they just couldn't ride the momentum, and their economy is in jeopardy, and it looks like it's all done and dusted.
Now this is where Anaadi army once have proven us wrong, right? They have come back on an eco round and then capitalized on the next one as well. But let's see whether that's gonna be the case this time. We can still see that this time the stack is towards the A side, but the B side push coming in from the side of Anaadi army could be the beginning of the end for them.
Face your fear!
Oh, the Prowler will not be getting him. Sensei, he will be taking the kill on the Paris. Beautiful satchels, spots out one, takes a lot of damage. He should be getting that painful out. He will be going down nevertheless. He's going to be stroking getting the kill on a Doctor. Actually 2v3 situation. He has the orbital strike, but I don't think they're going to be using it. What a shot coming in from Lost. Insane crosshair placement.
One enemy
A 2v3 and it's down to a 1v2. 1v3, I'm sorry, as Buster. That's a kill on the Lost, and now the Prowler will be taking him away. I believe he's going to be running and gunning with the Phantom up close and personal. He gets it, Arka. That reminded me of you in game.
Oh, at least I made sure that, you know, I perform at the right time.
He's sticking.
It's okay.
Never mind, he's not.
No, he did not. He did not. He did not. If he had stuck, probably that would have been the moment for the side of Anaadi army. Almost, you know, making sure, almost having that round for themselves. But this was the moment where, you know, things actually came into the favor. In case Lost had not got taken down, survived a little more, and Trustwood leading the fight forward, somehow dodging bullets, coming back and getting healed again from Sky, would have been a bit of a different story. But ultimately, you know, in the heat of the moment, it's got to be hard for us to say what's going to happen next.
Bring them down.
Boy, oh boy. Potentially the final round of the BO1 over here, ladies and gentlemen. Semi-finals. Here you go, that beautiful showstopper. But that pain shell. Wait, was that his own pain shell? I think that was his own pain shell. That's why it dealt a little less damage when compared. But Buster takes down his counterpart. Here comes the Nightfall and the Orbital Strike and the Seekers. Lost gets one. But Trist, he gets taken down by Master. And now, all of a sudden, Anaadi army are once again on the back foot. Here comes the Tour de Force. Activated. Missing a shot. Oh my god, you cannot do this. You cannot miss any more shots right now.
This story is over.
It does look like it.
This story is over. In case Anaadi army will be able to come back from this, I strongly feel that it's going to be the best comeback story ever in the Valorous series. But Valor knows them really well. They know them so well at this point of time that they're just going to take them down one after another. And look at this, the final moments, they're just going to make sure that they play with the prey before putting them down completely. But Strokey is going to be the person again to blow the final strike and make sure that they get the win for themselves. And what a gameplay coming in from the side of Valor themselves.
Boy, oh boy, what a game. It was close, but at the end, it is going to be Valor coming out on top and making their way to the grand finals. And Anaadi army, well, it was close, just not close enough. And that is going to be the first time they lose on bind in this particular series, by the way. They played 4 bind, they won 3. So now they might be questioning, shouldn't we, you know, maybe we should have picked bind. I mean, yeah, we're good on bind, but maybe we shouldn't have picked. We should have gone with some other map, as you said, Arkham, Icebox, Fracture or something, you know, just to catch Valor off guard as well. And also, like, they were having a really good time with the operator, right? I mean, bind, yes, operator can be used, but if you're having a really good time on the operator, Breeze is the way to go. Breeze, you have Haven as well coming in, might as well. But once again, Valor is also really good. But before we, you know, move on, let's take a quick look at what just went down. Because this match, it had lots of ups and downs. And the first half, it was really good. 6-6, by the way.
Oh yes, Anaadi army trying to do their best and make sure, you know, they started off on an amazing note. Look at that confidence coming in from their side. Even though it was a 1v1, they predicted every single move coming in from the opponents. But it was just for the first 3 rounds itself. And later, after that, it was a different story altogether told in from the side of Valorous. It's still the 3rd round which is going to be coming up on our screens. And this is how good they were after losing the first 2 picks itself.
They were brilliant, Anaadi army, getting themselves a 3-0 lead, you know, with the bonus as well. But this round, though, you know, kind of close as well. This was where it all began. This is where it all began. I mean, it was just absolutely nuts coming in from Buster. 3 bullets is all he had, and I believe that was the final, you know, the penultimate bullet that actually got him a headshot over there. And after that, they did bring it back to a 3-3, equalizing the score. And after that, Buster was just unfreaking stoppable. They were just going back and forth, back and forth. It was. But I still feel like, Buster was the one that enabled his entire team get, to their full potential.
Ooh, I can never forget that shotty. I mean,
that shotty was the receiving
end. Yeah. If I was on the receiving end, I would dream about it even in my dreams. Like, I wouldn't sleep, basically.
For sure. And this play as well, I mean, this was a really good bait coming in. And for a second, I thought maybe it might go the other way. Maybe Lost can actually clutch it. Maybe an ace clutch. There was hope, right? There was always hope, right? Till the end for the side of an Anaadi army. But at the end, I mean, it was 6-4. And then when they got this 6-6, this is when I thought maybe they're going to be, putting up a tougher fight. But the second half, they were just too good on the attacking half, the side of Valor. They were just a little too dominant. They were a little too aggressive, and it worked out for them.
I would say that Anaadi army made this kind of mistakes, right? Always stacking up when they were defending and making sure that they give their, sound cues all together. And that is when, when you're giving away so much of information, it's going to be hard for you, right? And also, there were some rounds where IonQ actually used his brain, his experience, and made sure that, he took away a little bit of heat away from his team, but still that was not enough.
There were just too many rounds where I feel like Anaadi army could have done better. I mean, this round also, this was I think, their best push, their best defensive round. IonQ getting himself a double, Boxer getting himself a double onto us long, it was just brilliant. I mean, Sensei almost crossed it, by the way. Mine. Sensei almost did it. But Anaadi army, nothing went in their favor at all.
I mean, they became a little predictable according to me. Valor knew that, they're going to be pushing in from B long, and that had been a little successful for them. So they'll be trying to replicate the same thing yet again. And that is where they, they thought the otherwise. They went into site A completely. They actually played like Anaadi army, who were a bit offensive in the second half.
True. They were absolutely dominant, the side of Valor in the second half. But up until the first half, I felt like it could have gone either way. I mean, I couldn't see much difference. I couldn't see the diff between the KO and the Sky, as we were talking about. But as soon as the second half started off, right, on the defensive, on the attacking half, that KO was so good with the flashes, the fragment, the goddamn knife at 0 point was absolutely amazing. But you can see once again, Basta 26 kills and 11 deaths only. Trist on the other hand at 16 to 17, one death less higher when compared to his kills, unfortunately. But his team just couldn't keep up. Anaadi army, they were shut down in the second half. Buster,
now this stats, I'm so sorry to cut in. I just had to make one point over here. This stats shows to us that you always protect the president of your team, because he's the strongest man. They knew that they had to make sure that Buster stays alive a bit more, and they're gonna be baiting it out. Where JID also tried to do it several times, allowing Buster to take those Ks. And I believe that if Anaadi army also would have done the same thing, probably Trust or IonQ, either of these two had survived until the end, not being the first ones to get taken down, I feel that Anaadi army would have had a little bit of a better chance in this fight.
Oh, well, that is the end of the story of game number 1, though. Here, Arca. 13 to 8. As I said, it was close. I mean, 13 to 8 is still close. And Anaadi army, tough luck for them. The redemption, well, they gotta wait a little longer. But now Valor are one step closer to their rematch, as a matter of fact. And now they're already in the grand finals, second time back to back. So now it's time for GrayFox and GD Esports to actually face off against each other. And if GrayFox comes in, into the grand finals, then it's pretty much a rematch from the Series 3 grand finals. So if they get it again, it's gonna be amazing. But if Valor get it again, if Valor get it this time, then it's all about redemption. But I think we're done for it right now, and then we're gonna be jumping into a break. We'll be back with semi-final number 2. It is gonna be another BO1, so don't go anywhere. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Valorous Series 4 presented to you by GD Esports. We're done with the first semi-final of the day. We still have one more to go. It is going to be GrayFox versus NS. But before all that, Arc after the first match. Any final thoughts on how the second match is going to be based on the first one? I think I just gotta get used to being ignored by people at this point. First it was my friend, then my girlfriend. Oh yeah, it's just repetitive cycle at this point. But it looks like I think Arca will be the one, that never ignores me. Looks like he's gonna be ignoring me for a while as well. But why don't we take a look at brackets while Arca decides to, talk to me, or if not. But anyway, it was Valor versus Anaadi Army. That was the first one, and I'm still waiting for the bracket so you guys can see it. I think we should be getting on top. Looks like looks like everyone's ignoring me at this point. Even the production team is ignoring me. Oh my god. Okay, finally we have the brackets here. Semi-finals. It was Anaadi Army and Valor. Right, it was a close one. I mean, the first half, it was 6-6. It was bind, so my personal favorite. I absolutely loved it. And then the second half, Valor were just completely dominating. And, ended the map on 13-8. So Valor, they have a really good chance of having a comeback, a redemption, a revenge, if you may, if GrayFox Esports end up in the final. Because now they are going to be facing off against NS Esports, who we haven't seen in this particular series, in the Valorous series, not in 1, 2, or 3, and in 4, they are showing up huge. They're showing up big time, making it to the semifinals. Can they take down the top dogs? Can they take down the champions of Series 3? Or will GrayFox try and defend their championship in Series 4? Now, that is a question that I'm pretty sure everyone's asking. And one thing's for sure, once again, Valor have already confirmed a piece of the prize pool, a piece of the 40,000. Now, talking about GrayFox and NS. Now, we know the players on GrayFox, but who exactly are the players on NS? So why don't we take a look at both these teams, as a matter of fact. Yep. On the side of GrayFox, we have ASDF, Melody, Wave, Vibegod, Cortez. Now, some really big names there on the side of NS. Now. I've seen these players. Let me tell you, I mean, we haven't seen them in this particular tournament. I mean, in the entire Valorous series, but there are some big names. We have A-Star, we have Deniez, we have Hybrid, we have Maximus 2K, and NR. Now, this is an interesting lineup. Looks like they all have a jersey made up as well, so that looks good. And everyone's looking really, confident in those pictures. So I'm expecting a really close match once again. But the only thing I want right now is a different map apart from Ascent. Anything but Ascent, I'm happy with it right now. And I think we have Arca back with us, finally decided to talk.
I mean, I don't know what's happening today. A lot of technical issues coming in from my side. My sincere apologies to everybody at this point of time. But ultimately, we are back right now, and as you were speaking about not getting a default map, I still feel that until it's the best of 5, it's still gonna be a default map yet again.
Oh boy, but once again, it comes down to agent select. It comes down to the map, obviously, but it also comes down to aim fights. Right? I mean, it all comes down to how you take those fights, which part of the map you take those fights, and you gotta win those aim duels. But now, let's take a quick look at the player stats coming in. Let's take a look at the top players for both these teams, GrayFox and the side of NS. Oh my god.
It's gonna be
okay, the first thing hit me. Look at that difference, Arca.
I believe that GrayFox in this tournament are trying to keep it calm until now, and they're gonna pop off in the coming map. But still, yes, this numbers speak for themselves. 63 coming in from the side of NS, and all of a sudden my confidence that Team NS might not be there in the finals is all breaking down, and probably we'll be witnessing NS versus Valor if the mathematics are right. Nope, I was a little bit wrong. I do believe, but oh yes, the truth is being revealed.
Yeah, exactly.
The truth
I was like,
revealed.
wait a second.
Yeah, I knew it, right? Because we have seen GrayFox perform. We know their capability. And somewhere I felt that it was just in this tournament they were trying to keep it a little calm in the beginning. But yes, this speaks the truth, right? GrayFox versus the side of Valorous, which we have been discussing from a long time, trying to place our bets. Let's see if that's going to be true, because previously when I thought Anaadi would actually make it into the finals, I was proven wrong. And hopefully NS is again going to prove me wrong.
I mean, I saw that 115, 120 ACS. I was like, wait a second, Wave and that ACS, it can't be, because we've seen him play on the Neon, right? He's the one going in first. So I don't know about the kills. That says the Econ first bloods, but one thing he's gonna have, a really good amount is gonna be the ACS, because he's gonna run in every single time. Now 331, that's more like Wave, when that's pretty high, to be honest. 70 kills in 3 matches, absolutely insane. And I say 3 matches because they did get a buy in one of the matches, and so did the side of NS. And once again, if you take a look at the map picks, right? Haven, Ascent, and Bind are the maps played by GrayFox. NS, Haven, Bind, and Bind. So it looks like both these players have already played Bind recently, so it might be picked. But once again, I think it should be banned, because I want to see something else. But I don't mind Bind since it's my favorite map. But look at those first players on Wave, 15 when compared to Denny S's 9. So Denny, he needs to step up this game if they want to take down the defending champions of Series 3. And I mean, if they don't,
he needs to convert that assists to kills. I do believe that is where the difference is going to be.
And I think if NS they need to come out of their comfort zone and put up their A game right now. I mean, up until now it's a different story, but now they're facing off the champions of the previous series. So they just have to step up their game and make sure they do not effort to make even a single, the slightest mistakes.
Oh yep, hopefully they don't do so. But at this point of time, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to register into this tournament, which is coming up by GD Esports AIMDUELS Season 3. And let me tell you guys, this is not like any other tournaments out there. It's the most unique one. It's just a 1v1 which is going to be taking place. It all comes down to agent selections and the way you'll be able to execute just one enemy against you. You'll feel the pressure for sure, but ultimately with just 128 slots, register yourself to feel the adrenaline. At the same time, take home 5,000 rupees if you're worthy of it.
That is true, but I think it's time for us to take a look at the map video now. Get back to the Valorous Series and take a look at the map video.
Which is the first map you think it's gonna go?
I think Bind is gonna go. I mean, honestly, I want to say Pearl. And these maps are gonna be the one going, but I think Bind is gonna be the one going away first.
I feel Fracture is gonna go first, not Pearl at this point of time. But let's see. We have always been proven wrong before. Oof! Look is not wrong.
Yeah, well, now I think I know what you were doing, all that time, just not talking to me. You were just out there, trying to analyze and getting all those predictions on point, huh? Trying to impress the audience here with your predictions. And I mean, at least Pearl got banned next, so I'm happy.
That's there. I think the next one, we all know it's going to be either Haven or Breeze. I feel Icebox is going to be left out at the final moment, but yes, it's Breeze which goes back after that. If Icebox goes out, I won't be shocked, but still I would want Haven to go, and then a little bit of a surprise element coming up at the last. But let's see which one is going to go next.
Breeze is also gone. Now, Haven's gone. Okay.
Yes. That's nice.
Obviously, because GrayFox, that Neon pick is so annoying on the map of Haven, Wave, and his Neon. He just runs into his face. But now Ascent, Icebox, and Bind, I'm okay with anything except Ascent. And for some reason, I feel like Ascent is gonna be picked.
For some reason, I feel Icebox could be picked in case Ascent goes this time. But in case Ascent is not going, I feel that, we're going to stick to another Bind game. I know this sounds a little, confusing, which I did say. Okay, I feel it's going to be an SN game with Bind might be going out next. But in case Bind comes in yet again, I know it's going to be a little bit of a disappointment for me, because I need a little bit of a change, because change is the only constant.
Oh my god. Change is the only constant. Well, here you go. It's not changing this time, Arka. You gotta wait. Be a little more patient. Maybe next time. I mean, I'm happy. I don't mind watching Bind all day long and playing that map like 10 times back to back. I still won't mind it. It is gonna be Bind, ladies and gentlemen. Anaadi Esports and GrayFox. Bind, not having that mid, should be a defensive favorite once again. But Ascens, what do you think? Neon can still be picked, but do you think that Wave might actually go ahead and pick it up?
I think he can, because it's his strongest forte, right? So he would want to stick to it, because we saw in the previous round as well, that one difference of Sky and KO did not do that much of a difference. Probably a Neon could be an example, like you can actually go ahead with that. But I still feel an added initiator in this round is going to be much more helpful.
Brim comes in. Hybrid picks up the...
as usual. Raise.
Okay. Now these are basic picks.
No,
I think Chamber.
I'm looking.
Why should be a Chamber?
I
or a
feel
Sova.
that Yeah, I'm looking forward for something like a Sova. Oh, there it is. Dennis goes with the fade. The Fragger going with the fade. Wave goes with the raise. Wave comes up with a Chamber. So YB will have to go with either a Sova, or probably he'll be going up with something like Jet. Breach comes in. I feel somewhere Breach. Yeah, I feel Breach is a better option at any point of time. YB also goes with a Breach as well. So somewhere I'm starting to feel this lineup is going to be a very strong, challenging one. But which is going to be that one agent which is going to make all the difference over here. One side, we're able to see that it's going to be Brim, which is being chosen. Astra is going to be taken by A-Star. Do you think Astra is going to be a little bit of a difference over here apart from the ult?
100%. I mean, look at the utilities coming in from the side of NS at this point. Every single agent have so many utils. I mean, there's Pain Shield, there's Satchels, there's Boombot, there's Aftershock, there's Fault Line, there's a Pull, there's a Gravity Well coming in, there's a Concuss coming in, there's a Trademark, there's the Seize, there's a Prowler, there's a Haunt. It's just a barrage of abilities. On the side of GrayFox, I mean, Melody still... He picked up the Brim. The smokes are going to be there, the 3 smokes, along with the Molotov, which is going to be really good for clearing corners and for the post plant. But I still think that Astra might have a slight edge when compared to Brim, especially because they have a Breach, Raze, and the Fade on the same team.
Exactly. I think A-Star was looking forward for the defensive end. I think Astra and Chamber would want to stick on to either of the sides and make sure that they restrict or give out information when defending, and that's going to be a better lineup compared to the other side, because on the other side, apart from Brim and apart from Melody and Cortez, I don't see anybody who will be able to stick back into the side, defend the site, and make sure that they'll be able to wait off enemies for a long period of time.
Oh boy.
I could be wrong. I
want to see how this one goes. So without further delay, I think we should just jump into the game to see if the Astra can be a better pick when compared to the Brim. It is Anaadi Esports taking on GrayFox Esports in the semi-final number 2. And the one team that are already in the grand finals are going to be VALOR, waiting and watching this match up close and personal. GrayFox trying to, make a name for themselves, as they will be, having a chance, a 50% chance, if they could make it to the grand finals, to get themselves a back-to-back championship. And the meanwhile, VALOR, they want a redemption. It's going to be a revenge match if GrayFox comes in. And it's going to be a redemption match for them if NS comes in. But for NS, it's time to shine. First timers already in the semi-finals. They win this, they might as well take away the entire championship.
It's too early for us to call a few things, right? Oh, it starts off with a technical timeout. But it's okay. Since we have zeros on the board, I don't think so it's going to matter much. But here, there's one question which comes in my mind. I mean, I know that the chambers... Please correct me if I'm wrong over here, all right? I'm still trying to educate myself in this game. Chambers is going to be used for the defensive side, right? But which agent do you think is going to be that agent which can be used defensively by the side of GrayFox?
I think it's the oh, okay. Oh, never mind. Well, the one agent I think that can be used defensively on the side of GrayFox, I think it should be Breach.
Breach?
As a matter of fact, I think they can play it, you know. What? No way. No way. No way that this happened.
You can expect anything, my friend, at this point of time. But it's a good trade coming in from either of the sides. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of a problematic situation for the side of NFC Sports, as they've been run over by the road roller coming in from the side of GrayFox. They still have Foreman standing. Astro trying to do his best, probably consuming people, making sure he tries to do something different over here. But Melody says, I have a different tone to say. He starts tapping around and making sure that he puts an end for them as well. The final nail in the coffin goes down, ladies and gentlemen. GrayFox have got one for themselves.
But what the hell was the first kill? I just don't understand. Why did he not rendezvous out of there? He saw the grenade, he saw it right on his face. He didn't even bother to run out of there. He was just standing there. And he was sitting back at that point. Gave away a freebie, and now GrayFox, they're not going to stop. They're going to start riding the momentum already. The fault line is there. They're going to be pushing. They will be taking the orb there immediately. This time he rendezvous out, but did take a lot of damage. The fault line will not be getting the information on the first. Nice. He did get the information on the second, so that's a double kill for the side of ASDF. And the site is already open.
Absolutely, GrayFox doing everything right over here. Even by the fault line, the way they recovered, came in and, you know, opposed the, you know, opponent so good. And look at that, it was a cakewalk for them. Seems like a deja vu for me at this point of time. GrayFox performing just like an Anaadi army, but I just hope after the third point they just don't go down as well. But the fault line affecting two players and then dominating on it, that was a very good gameplay coming in from the side of GrayFox.
Boom. GrayFox now, they must be feeling really confident. They must be, you know, filling themselves up, getting those numbers on the board, getting those rounds on the board. It is going to be important for them to keep the momentum going. And now here we go, 4-by round coming in from the side of NS. They are on the defensive as well. Have to be careful. The boombot is there. The Seeker, sorry, the Prowler will be coming in. And now Breach. Oh my god. Just move away. You will be taking a lot of damage. He did. Rendezvous inside the tube. Now you have to be careful. You have to shock. It is going to be there. He did not see him. ASDF. How did he not see Maximus? He will be getting himself a trouble before going down in the hands of YB. God, Melody in the meanwhile did manage to take down Breach. GrayFox on the back foot as NS Esports. They still have 3. Make it 3 versus 1 as GrayFox. They lose everyone.
I mean, with everything going into their favor, and all of a sudden one man stands out a little different and ends the story for the side of GrayFox. This was phenomenal coming in from their side.
Boy, oh boy, and that's, well, there you go. This is exactly why they are in the semi-finals. They're not a team to be taken lightly.
I need a draw.
They're gonna be putting up some numbers on the board. They're gonna be making sure that they give a tough fight for the side of GrayFox. Make them work for the grand final spot. 4 players taking a shot onto us long. He's missing and rendezvousing out of there. The trademark immediately taken away, and now you can see the position coming in from Breach. Here you go, the boombot will be coming in. Immediately jumping along with it is gonna be ASDF. What a shot coming in. He's still stuck there, Chamber. The rendezvous is available, but Maximus is still wants to take down one before going down. 19 points of health is all ASDS have. Beautiful gravity roll. Well, we delaying the plan as of now. GrayFox, still a man advantage. Do have the showstopper available as well. The TPs comes in. But it's just one. They're baiting it out. Never mind. They're actually making their way.
Trap destroyed.
Right there.
Now this is where the difference can be made. One on another. Dennis, can you do it? Can you put him down? It looks like he missed it by a bullet, and YB God was able to, execute him. And again, the rotation towards the side B, which is going to be well judged by the side of GrayFox. But do they have enough to restrict that plan going down? And all of a sudden, Hybrid is going to make sure that he controls A completely, and side B in the hands of his teammate, who will be looking forward for that early pick against YB. And if he gets it, then the story is going to be even more interesting.
Off your feet!
Why did it? Oh my god, this is scary now. Ace can actually turn the game around over here. Takes down one. Melody hits the deck. 13 seconds on the clock. Babe gets a kill on Rabbit. Now it's all down to A-Star. But the YB God is already taking the planet. Now they know exactly where he is. He has to be really careful here, coming in with the timing. He gets one. Can he get the second one? He's missing a couple of shots. Oh my god, he was pretty low. 45 points of health. For a second, I thought this was over.
Goodness. I mean, he was not running, right? The last 10 seconds when the plant was actually going down, if he had given at the sound cue, probably the plant wouldn't have come down, and that fear would have allowed, a frontal battle to take place, and that would have been a little late for the opponents to put down the plant. But ultimately, he did put up a valiant effort over there to take down the player. One bullet, all it took, all he had to do. But at this point of time, Chamber at mid.
Oh boy. Oh boy, some ballsy move there. That was a ballsy move. Standing right in the paint shell, taking a shot, missing it nevertheless. But shock me from Denny S. On to Melody. And now YB. Oh, he gets one. Oh my god, beautiful shot coming in from Asa. Now all these players are looking like they're going to be putting up some numbers on the board with the goddamn Sheriff on the screen. And Babe takes on Hybrid. 2 versus 3.
I don't think so. It's going to be easy for them from here on. Sheriff, I do understand a one tap is all it takes to put down a player, but ultimately the man advantage also comes into play, right? So hopefully a chamber versus chamber will be coming in anytime soon. The information has been given away where the player is standing with that operator. He'll be pushed out in the open, but he was clever enough to rendezvous himself into the corner yet again, and that was enough for ASDF to put the player down. RRR at this point of time trying to roar through, but YB God says, I am the God standing to put him down. And ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, another round and an easy one going in towards the side of YB God. Grace.
I mean, it was kind of close. This was closer with the sheriffs and everything. I thought for a second maybe, there's something in the store, because that was first kill for the side of Denny S. I mean, Cortez is still struggling. 5 rounds in, still struggling to get a kill, but it's okay because GrayFox is still leading. 3-round lead. It's a 4-bar round now coming in from the side of NS. And now I want to see the operator play coming in, That's what I'm interested in. Babe! Maximus, where the hell were you looking? He was looking the wrong direction. He was distracted. He was distracted, and look at this. ASDF already on the back of the side. Oh, that grenade is beautiful. It is phenomenal. But look at that. Wait a second.
Did he just step out of a grenade and just take down an enemy? Oh, A-Star again, taking down YB God, and this could be a difference over here because YB God was being that, element of surprise for the side, but ultimately him getting taken down by GrayFox and Astra putting down this huge wall over here. And let's see whether the plant is going to be successful over here, or is it just a distraction, as at this point of time they push towards side B, which is going to be most welcome right at this point of time by Raze, just in case he'll be able to predict it right.
I don't think the plant is going to be coming in until the Cosmic Divide is up. I mean, that was a really good wall coming in from, Astra to deny the plant, even deny the push as a matter of fact. But the Haunt did give away the position. And now GrayFox, a man down, still have the operator in hand. I have to be really careful. 3 players on towards A, by the way. There's 1 towards B. If they find them, it's all over. But, Raze, he gets one. And now Hybrid, he gets information. He's going to be waiting for his teammates to come in. And now the flash will be coming in. The plant will not be coming down, I believe. He did not get the spike. He did not get the spike. He was unable to retrieve it. There's no time anymore. 9 points of health on the chamber. He will be trying to save the operator. And now The other player is running in behind them as well. Both of them trying to TP and immediately TPs away. What happens if he showstoppers into the TP?
I mean, all I have to say is that I love cat and mouse game at the nth moment, you know, trying to save a gun rather than a teammate. That was a good one coming in from their side, but that Astra, you know, Cosmic Divide coming in and making all the difference. And that's what I said, right? When you're defending or even when you're in the offensive side, that Astra Cosmic Divide is going to make a lot of difference. And now I'm waiting to see how much breach smokes are going to help them out in the defense.
Position coming in. Maximus, missing shots. Ray's already on the side. His trademark. Oh, he's spotting him out, and the Honda as well. He's just, oh yeah, he's absolutely decimated there. Completely overwhelmed by the numbers. And look at the push coming in now. Maximus gets himself 1-on-2, 2-on-2 Cortez. The aftershock is beautiful, but he still managed to survive and get himself a double before going down in the hands of YB. God, here comes the rolling thunder. He misses the shot with the
how did he miss that?
Cannot. He shouldn't have done that. Now it's even scarier.
Oh,
but
second
this
time.
timing is in his favor.
Exactly. I'm so sorry for cutting you through, my friend, because literally every single bullet which has been coming out of that operator is pushing my adrenaline to the highest point at this point of time. Look at the HPs left, 2-5. And what's going to happen next is going to be something phenomenal. Post-plant gameplay coming in over here. Oh, Wave is going to say no. It's not just a Wave at this point of press tsunami for the opponents who's turned away and tried to save it yet again. I don't know how GrayFox are pulling this off, but NS Esports needs to wake up and make sure that, you know, that they get another point for themselves, or it might be a very different story for them.
Oh, true. 2-5 already, and honestly, this round it could have gone either way, and they shouldn't have actually gotten this round because that's 2 kills with pretty much nothing. A stinger and a classic shouldn't have happened, and Wave getting himself a double there at the end. It made all the difference. And as Esports, they're on the eco this time. Oh my god, this is not good. This is gonna be a 6th round on the both of the side of GrayFox.
I mean, I don't say it's gonna be hard for them to, you know, pull this off, but still, let's see what's gonna happen as ASTF has got the right kind of a start, struck fear in the hearts of the enemies at this point of time. Now, they shouldn't have divided attention like how they had in the previous round, right? Like we saw Astra, he was kind of confused whom to take down first, and due to which he became the first scare at that point of time. Information coming out now, the push is gonna be inevitable, but Dennis on the other side has a different story to say. But Wave, yet again, one tap seems to be going in his favor, but can he pull off a 1v2? It looks like he can at this point of time. It's a 1v1 situation, ladies and gentlemen. Who is gonna be taking this home?
Teleport's ready.
Chamber diff incoming. Wave versus Maximus. Both of them have completely no idea where the other person is. There's a vague idea now because the sound cue has been heard, and that's it, easy. The sound cue has been heard, and Wave, well, he's not going to be missing out on the freebies there. 2-6, GrayFox. It was a little closer than expected, because thanks to Denny getting himself a double, and then Wave, he was just phenomenal, getting himself a quad in the round, confirming the 6 on the board. They are looking like the favorites. 12-2, look at his score.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know how come Wave was able to pull that 4K off. Literally, when everything was going right for the side of NS Esports, he seems to be that, you know, wrong fruit in the basket, making sure that, you know, it kills the taste buds of the opponents. But at this point of time, the operator hasn't got enough information. Maximus says otherwise. If you're Wave, I'm able to put you down. The boom bot as well as the satchels have done enough damage to, you know, shun him away. But can he actually get one for himself, as Melody will be taking down Dennis on the other side? Can this operator connect one more? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. The second one also doesn't go by. Sheriff is going to be coming in his hand. But how many shots can a person bear?
What did we just witness over there? I don't understand. They start missing those shots, and at the same time, was Melody missing shots? Something happened there, Ark. I'm not really sure. But I think I just witnessed a whiff.
The pressure, my friend, the pressure on each other's shoulder. They know it's going to be important for them now. Can he click it? Can the trigger work out perfectly? He knows exactly where the person is. Information is going to be key. Information. It's going to be power at this point of time. Ooh, does connect a shot. A-star. He might have started off on the wrong note, but at this point of time, he's got the right one, but he has to be very careful. Oh, the shots might be coming in through, but he's going to be stepping inside the orb, waiting for the opponent to make a mistake. But no, that's not going to be the case. Melody says otherwise. Yet again, being composed, playing the right notes at the right time, will be able to get that final K.
Oh my god, for a second I thought he actually saw him, but this was a really good kill coming in from Maximus. And then Vibe clearing out to be pretty close there. Ace, if he would have actually gotten that kill on the brim a little earlier, this round was over. They would have gotten themselves a thrifty. But 2-7, and GrayFox already winning the half. Even though Cortez still has 0 kills. Vibe is popping off on that breach, by the way.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Operator chamber. Ooh, look what happens. Wave yet again. This fight between Wave and Maximus, I just want to see them come in aim duels and play against one another. Literally, I want to see this 1v1 happen every single time. That chamber versus chamber. I mean, oof, I'm just going to take a breather right now.
Face your fear!
Face your fear as the Nightfall comes in. Melody takes down Hybrid. Wait a second, how did that happen? Down to the Molotov? And now GrayFox. Still looking strong, still looking confident. 3v3 situation, you do favor the attackers in such scenarios, but there is a Nightfall available on NS. That is what I'm waiting for. There's only one player towards B. They're not pushing, they're not rotating, they're just holding, waiting for the plant, waiting for that sound cue. They want to clear elbow.
Rendezvous. Yeah, that's true. But I love the way the rendezvous were just placed inside next to B-Long over there. But they knew they had to take this off. And that's what they do. Cortez was being a little persistent, allowing his teammate to flash off the opponents and then trying to slaughter down the big prey on the opposite side. But they'll have to watch out for this fate coming in from the corner. Not only does he have an ult over here, all he has to do is take one person down. It looks like his information has been given out. He's going to be coming out. Wave is going to say otherwise. Put him down as well. It's going to be a 1v3 situation, which is going to be next to impossible.
Oh boy! I mean, it looked like there was a really good chance of them getting that round in their favor because of the Nightfall being available instead of NS. But that kill onto the breach onto a CD made everything, you know, easy for the side of GrayFox. He was the cue, but he was the anchor onto us team. And 2-8 GrayFox. If they make it 2-10, this game's over. There's just no way of them making a comeback. NS.
I mean, I really don't know what to say at this point of time. All I am expecting right now is a little bit of a fight coming in from the side of NS. Look at what's happened with their Gray yet again. Wave is doing the damage with that operator, not stopping right there. Now he's gonna give out information as well, and that is what you need from a Fade in your team. What a gameplay coming in over here. A judge in hand and then falling back behind the smoke. That's not what I was expecting. An A-star is gonna be paying a very, very hefty price for that. But the ult does come through, right?
Spike planted.
GrayFox. Okay. Hybrid. Now he's making it work. 3-3. The Nightfall comes into work as well, and now the GrayFox. You can see that they still have the ultimate available, but Hybrid is gonna get taken down by YB God. The Orbital Strike is still available as Nayanar. He will be taking down ASDF, but the Nightfall. Sorry, the Orbital Strike is still up. And he misses the. What? He missed the aftershock. He missed the aftershock.
It's over. Of the moment. The heat of the moment. NS will be losing another round over here, but still trying to commit. They want to make sure that they give a little bit of an effort from their side. But finally, you know, they understood that saving will be a very better option. Obviously, they're going to be forced into eco at this point of time. But I really want to see how they're going to fight back.
Wave and his operator shots onto us long. He's not missing. He's using some really good angles. But apart from that, he's on the side. He's getting taken down immediately. And here you go. A timeout being called. I think it's a little too late, don't you think?
Exactly.
2-9
exactly.
already, man.
Exactly. I was expecting this to come at least 3 rounds earlier, where they could have re-strategized, taken a breather. But let's see whether it's the right time for the side of Team NS over here. If they pick up another round over here, and they'll be able to deal the right kind of damage. They just need that first K. They just need to remove one man who's doing all the damage over their wave. If they're able to put him down, I do believe it's going to be an easy job for them.
What can they do is the question. Exactly. I mean, here's the thing. NS, it feels like they've tried multiple things, right? You can see the way that they change things up. They've gone aggressive. They've gone, flank mode. They've gone completely passive, being the anchors. And GrayFox looks like they have the answer to everything. So what else can you do here, Arco?
Again.
I mean, I'm just lost of words at this point of time. I was expecting a very strong fight coming in from the side of Team NS, but GrayFox
Let's play
versus Valorous yet again. This was something we were expecting also, right?
This operator position, I mean, this is just cheeky. These are just cheeky positions, and here you go. The showstopper comes in. Did he? Wait a second.
He missed it. He missed it.
No, he's getting a double. Wait, no, wait, he missed as well? What the hell is happening? His hybrid, he gets killed on his ability, but the help of the painters, his quarters, he gets taken down immediately. This round is almost done and dusted. Anaadi Esports. A bit of luck on their favor, but GrayFox, what went wrong?
I really don't know what went wrong with that ult. I was expecting a better, landing point for the side of for the ult, but I think it was the smoke or something which blocked his way. He's gonna be running with his pants down over here. Will be getting a K for himself. Gets the operator as well. He's gonna be falling back. YB God is gonna be happy about it, but at the same time, he has to watch out for the other lurking beast on the other side. It looks like he has a big idea. He's gonna be taking down A-Star as well. And after this, it's gonna be hard for him because ultimately Dennis says otherwise, puts him down as well. NS finally getting a round for themselves, and let's see whether they'll be able to attack with all their might.
GrayFox, well, they lost one. And do you think the curse is real? Arca 9-3, here we go. Should we give the benefit of the doubt to the side?
Oh yes, give it to them. Give it to the people who deserve. I mean, see, each and every team which participated over here, they know how much these teams deserve to be in the semi-finals and the finale itself, right? So I do believe let's give them the benefit of doubt, and GrayFox will have to watch out. It's the map of Wind which is also being cursed most of the time when it comes to this 9-3 curse, if I'm not wrong.
I mean, pretty much we've seen a lot of 9-3 curses. We've seen a lot of 10-2 curses as well. For some reason, and I mean, I hate it when it happens to me. I mean,
I have this
yeah,
right.
I mean, okay, forget about if it's real or not. The fact that it gets into your head, and once it gets into your head, you can't get it out. It's done. It's done. As soon as it gets into your head, the round's gone. The game's gone. So I am just hoping that GrayFox don't let it get into their head, and for that not to get into their head, they need to get this pistol run. And already ASDF doing a really good job opening things up, getting one. Maxman gets taken down. That beautiful shot from Fade. Cortez was quiet the entire game, but now the pistol run when the team needed him. He got himself a double as Hybrid takes on YB. Reach. He's cornered completely. ASDF gets himself another kill, and ASDF, what the F? He is just popping. He's running and gunning with a frenzy.
I mean, I was expecting a little bit of a fight back coming in from the side of NS over there. The Astra smokes were actually going in their favor in a very good way. All they had to do was clear off showers. Probably a raise, somebody could have watched in towards the side of showers, but it was too hard for them to do so. When you have somebody running and gunning with a frenzy, you know how it feels, right? You have lost many.
Well, that brings up the double-digit score line for the side of GrayFox, and now that they're going to be a real, really confident about closing things off and not going to be thinking about the curse anymore.
Careful there.
And here we have a technical timeout from the side of GrayFox themselves, well, this is going to be breaking their momentum, but in the meanwhile, also giving time for NS to talk about things. Final stride. They made it to semi-finals, but it is looking like we're going to be having a rematch of the grand finals of Series 3. GrayFox versus Valor. I mean, last time it was GrayFox coming out on top, but this time you never really know. Because Valor also looking scary.
No, ASDF was the MVP player of the last season. He was the man to do everything. And it seems like he's not going to stop himself this time as well. He is determined to get another MVP for himself.
Well,
the
MVP,
stats this is a very good time for us to look at the stats, and I can shoot some question towards you because look, you know very well that I'm new to this game, right? You've been breathing this game in and out throughout the day. I just want to ask you one thing. Astra, has it made a difference?
Well, honestly, I don't think it has made a huge impact. I mean, I would say that Astra, yes, does have an impact on the game, but I just don't see the difference. Like last game, we did see the Sky versus KO, right? It was pretty evident that KO was stomping Sky's impact. But here,
yes,
I don't think A-Star, I don't think that Astra, I think he can still do better. I mean, yes, he does have an impact. He has denied a few plants. He has made it harder for the rotations to come in. He has played very well. But I just still think that there is still a lot more that he can do. A lot more impact that he can have on this particular game. And I still think they can actually turn it around just by using that Astra. I haven't seen a single combo. That is what's bothering me. I haven't seen a single combo this entire game. And NS, their team, they can literally name their team Wombo Combo. That's how many combos that can be made by their team.
Here.
I think it's experience which matters, my friend. They need to work. They need to work as a team. They need to understand that momentum which is going to be built between two players at this point of time. They're going to be pushing in NS Esports. This is the time for you to shine. If you get 1 or 2 Ks for yourself in the beginning and go play the post plan, probably you'll have a better chance. But Cortez and Waves says otherwise. 2 headshots coming in to put down 2 players. Even Steven was the story we were expecting from the side of NS at least 1 round, but it looks like Gray, they're going to be the foxes. They're going to be hounds coming in together, making sure that they eat them up. You don't find foxes on a circus, do you?
Oh, you don't, my friend. You don't. And you can see that he's still holding on. Breach, well, there's just nothing that he can do. Maybe he can sneak up behind him and get a kill. And I think that's exactly what he's gonna do. Oh my god, he still got it. He still got it though. I mean, that was pure experience coming in from Wave. You can see it, but he still got that, you know, kill. But Cortez, I want to see how many kills does Cortez have right now, because he was sitting on 0 for the longest period of time.
I really don't know how this is gonna end for the finale, because the kind of domination shown in by the side of GrayFox, it's either they're way too good or NS is way too, you know, weak in front of GrayFox at this point of time. Because in case they'll be able to show the same kind of domination against the side of Valor, just imagine how fast the finals are gonna end.
True. I mean, I just think, I mean, here's the thing, because once again, as I said, there are some really big names on the side of NS. But I think, you know, as you said, maybe the experience, maybe playing together, maybe they should just keep playing together for a while. Maybe a little longer. And then... Oh! ASDF! Doesn't matter what weapon, doesn't matter what angle. He will get you, and that's Bucky, by the way. 850 goddamn creds, and he's making it all work. He gets himself another one. Here comes a party. Doesn't have any satchels though to work with. 3 versus 2 situation. There's 1 on towards showers.
He's gonna land
both of them are towards showers.
Oh, just imagine if he had landed it to the entrance of the, you know, showers itself, then the story would have been way too different. They're still gonna push them back and probably get a defusal at this point of time for the first time ever. Oh my god, defenders are gonna take 1 round for themselves yet again. The post plant, which they played so perfect. I wasn't expecting NS to actually fall back into showers so deep that, you know, they're gonna be restricted so bad, but this was the moment of the game. ASDF, as you pointed out, 850 creds. all it takes for him.
850 or is it 950? I think it is 850, Bucky. Not really sure. Not a weapon that I use most of the time, but I do think it is 850. And yeah, well, he just took down a couple of vandals, so that's 850 credits worth of gun dealing damage to 5,800. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, he wants a highlight reel. He wants this ace. He gets the 4 bullets. Let me see it, buddy. Here we go. Never mind, I jinxed it. Oh my god, that would have been an insane end if that would have happened.
Precision kill. Ult's ready.
But I think it's over, right? I mean, there's just no way. There's no way. It's gonna be the end. Here you go. The knife comes in.
With the knife. He had to
Insult
get
to
the
injury.
knife out.
That's just straight up. I don't want to say bullying, but Wave did bully them in this particular round. Just ran. He's a chamber, by the way. And then ASTF, well, adding that salt to the injury, salt to the wound, insult to injury, whatever you want to call it. GGWP. It's all done and dusted. It is going to be a rematch of Season 3. It is going to be a Series 3 rematch. This is going to be interesting. Tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. It is going to be a BO3 as well. Last time, I mean, we did go to the distance last time, and GrayFox did come out on top. This time, let's see if it's gonna be a similar kind of story, or Valor, you know, gonna be a tad bit better this time and maybe get the championship for themselves.
There was so many moments in that game which was worthy of watching it again, and I do believe the production wants to put it forward for the audience right away, because ultimately it was all written very clearly that NS was not even in the picture. ASDF, YB name player who has not performed in this round. You know, every single player was able to put down a bullet, and every single bullet which went out of their gun did do a little bit of a damage at least.
True, I mean, it was just phenomenal. So why don't we just take a quick look at what just went down, the highlights of the semi-final number 2. It started off, you know, it started off well, right? I mean, for the side of GrayFox, obviously, I mean, the entire game was just them getting some kills, looking like some deathmatch. But A-Star, he had a couple of good rounds, and Maximus also this round where he actually pulled it off with his positioning, and then you know, getting that second one on the board as well. After that, nothing went in their favor, but there was always that hope, because as I said, they were always, you know, even this round, they were just you know, those ray of light every single time, because there was it's insane aim. As I said, big names. All of them are individually experienced, yes, but as a team, I think they still need to play, you know, stick together for a while and play together, because I mean, this is just not the scoreline I would have expected when I saw the. I didn't expect this scoreline when I saw the players on the side of NS. Yes, as a team, I have never seen them, but as players, I did witness them, and they can do a lot better than this. But Cortez, he was sitting on 0 kills for most of the time, and then, oh my god, the way he switched things up. He was one of the catalysts. I wouldn't say he was a difference maker, but he was just a catalyst of to the side of GrayFox, and the reason why this game ended when it ended.
I was expecting a diffuse inside that you know, Astra smoke coming in from the side of Melody, but it was a little hard for us. It's a little hard for anybody to actually pull that off, right? Because ultimately all he has to do is spray around inside the smoke, right and left, and he might reach the player. But this was the moment where we were expecting a little bit of a gameplay coming in from the side of Team NS, but it was next to impossible for them, right? They won a round over here, and I was expecting them to win another one right behind it, but the difference did come in when just one man was from the Shahs, making all the difference, running and gunning with the frenzy itself. ASDF, amazing gameplay.
Brilliant. The MVP from the previous season, trying to get himself another MVP. Look at this play. This was the play of the match for me. Getting himself a double with the Bucky and then going ahead and defusing the spike as well. Oh yeah, nerves
For me,
of steel.
it's the next one. For me, this was the play
This one.
of the game. Look at that precision coming in over there. 3, 4, and trust me, if he had got one more, and if he was a little bit cautious, waited for his opponents to, for his teammates to give information and then call that ace for himself, it would have been a different story altogether. I'm Wave over there, standing on top, 23 against 7 times he was taken down. Says it all. Whereas on the other side, it was Hybrid, the one MVP for his team. He's got down 12 times, almost the equal number of times he has put down somebody.
Wave on the other hand, 23-7. What is this? 7 deaths. That's it. Absolutely incredible play coming in from all of the side, all the players on the side of GrayFox. And as you said, I mean, you can see the KD and the ACS of Astra. It is 204. It is still pretty high when compared to the other players on his team. So relatively, he did good as a player. As an agent, I still think a little better performance was expected for sure, because Aisha has been in the scene for a really long time, and Hybrid also did a really good job on the raise as well. But GrayFox, it just felt like all the ingredients came in at the right amount, at the right time. It was just a perfect mixture.
I wouldn't disagree on that, right? Because see, at the end of the day, you need to know who's your key player. You need to know whom you need to defend within the team itself and allow him to do the job. In the beginning, it was Wave. When he was attacking as well, with that operator, he was amazing. And when he was defending as well, forget about the operator. He just took up a Vandal. He just took, I would say, even with the Judge, with the Shoddy, everything, he was able to perform to its fullest potential.
Oh, true. That Judge and Shorty play, I think that was a previous match, right? Yeah, that just popped up in my head.
Yeah, but in this also we had a Judge play, right, coming in once where he failed awfully in the market area.
Yeah, I mean, next time he did. I mean, there was also a Bucky play, which played out pretty perfectly for them. But we're done for this one. And as first timers, pretty well, a pretty good run though, for them, making it all the way to the semi-finals. And now, grand finals tomorrow, Arca, at BO3. It is Valor versus, guess who? Wait, what? Rematch again? GrayFox, is that you? It's gonna be another one. It's gonna be a rematch, revenge match, and a redemption match for the side of Valor. But a chance for GrayFox to be the first time back-to-back repetitive, and just team first time, two-time champions here in the Valorous Series. Do you think they have a really good chance, or do you think Valor might be the one coming out on top?
I mean, I cannot say anything at this point of time. If I have to compare the performance of either of these teams, GrayFox were the strongest, right, by the gameplay and everything. But let's not forget that Valorous have defeated a big giants. Anaadi army is not a small team at all. They have taken them down. So I do believe that they've got a very, very good fighting chance against the side of GrayFox over here. But how will they howl tomorrow? And are they going to be the same pack of wolves who's going to stick together and then probably take down the prey one player at a time? Let's see. That's a story for tomorrow.
Yep, and that's going to be a story for tomorrow, as you said. So with that, we are done for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. This is me, Edge, along with Arca, signing off for today, and we'll see you tomorrow with the Grand Finals BO3.